Today we're going to compare two model helmets from the brand HJC, the i100 and the i90. The i100 is a new model helmet from HJC and the i90 is the best budget-friendly model helmet from HJC right now. But will it stay that way? Stay tuned to find out which of these two model helmets performs best. Team of Champion Helmets here, welcome to our channel. And before we get deeper into these two model helmets, we're going to discuss some general points first. The i100 and the i90 are both model helmets from the brand HJC, with the i100 being the latest addition to the i line. The first difference between these two helmets is that the HJC i100 is 2206 approved and the i90 2205, and what effect this has on the helmet will be covered later in this video. In addition, both helmets are PJ certified, which means that you may ride with the chin piece open and closed. Another big difference is of course the chin piece. The i100 tilts back 180 degrees, which means less wind resistant and it looks better. The i190 is a conventional flip-up mechanism. If we look at the price, we see that the i100 has a recommended retail price of about 320 euros and the i90 a retail price of about 260 euros. This means that the i90 is 60 euros cheaper than the i100. We're going to start the review now and we will do so with the material part, and we don't really see a big difference here. The i100 and the i90 are both made of polycarbonate and come in 3 outer shell sizes. This is a great result from both helmets because the more outer shell sizes a motorcycle helmet has, the better. This increases comfort, fit and a compact helmet also looks better. Adding this up, we see that the i100 and the i90 both scored 3 stars for the material. They are on par so far, but how do they do on other criteria? We continue with the weight of the helmets, and here we're going to see a clear difference. The i100 is tested according to the 2206 certification, which means that more materials was used to pass this strict test, resulting in a heavier helmet. When we weigh the i100 in a size L, the scale indicated 1904 grams, and when we weigh the HJC i90, the scale indicated 1760 grams. So you can see a clear difference developing here between the two helmets. This ends the i100 2 stars for the weight component and the i90 3 stars. Now that we are done with the weight and the material, we move on to the visor. The i100 uses the HJ36 pinlock prepared visor and the i90 the HJ33 pinlock prepared visor. Both helmets also included the pinlock lens in the box. Both helmets have an integrated sun visor that is UV resistant and anti-scratch. The sun visor can be controlled on both helmets through the slider on the left side of the helmet. If we add all these points up together, we see that both helmets get 4 stars for the visor. Before we start with the road test, let's have a quick look on how we collect our data. On the left side you see a white thermometer that shows the inside temperature of the helmet. This is connected to a sensor in the helmet. Above in the middle you see the decibel meter. This is connected to a microphone that is placed near the ear of our rider. This records the sound as our rider hears it. In the middle you see the dashboard of the motorcycle showing the speed of our test rider. We are going to start the road test with the noise isolation. Both helmets were tested at a wind speed of 120 km an hour and at a riding speed of 130 km an hour, so we can compare them very well. The i100 had a value of 101 decibels and the i90 had a value of 104 decibels. So the difference between the two helmets is 3 decibels, and although that doesn't seem like much, 1 decibel at these speeds is a clear audible difference to the motorcyclist. This ensures that the i100 receives 3 stars and the i90 2 stars for the noise isolation. Now that we have covered the noise isolation, we will move on to the ventilation of the motorcycle helmets. Both helmets have adjustable ventilation options on top of the helmet, on the chin, and use the HJC ventilation system. The warm air that enters the helmet can then be released through the air outlets on the back of the helmet. The i90 has 2 vents for this and the i100 3 vents. Looking at the results, the i90 was 1 degree warmer inside the helmet compared to the outside temperature, and the i100 had the same inside and outside temperature. So the i100 cools slightly better than the i90. Despite the difference of 1 degree, both helmets deserve 4 stars for the ventilation part. We continue with the only subjective part of this comparison, and that is the comfort. Comfort is hard to capture in hard numbers, so for this part we lean on our test rider's more than 15 years of riding experience. He looks at the comfort of the inner lining, the behavior of the helmet on the road, the finish of the motorcycle helmet and the overall feel. Both helmets have the super cool inner lining. This inner lining is removable, washable and antibacterial. Also, the inner lining on both helmets is adjustable, which is nice because everyone has a different shape, so you can customize it a little bit more to your fit. If we add this together, we see that the e90 and the e100 earn 2.5 stars and thus have the same score once again. The last part of the road test, and before we start showing the overview, are the features that the helmets have. Both helmets are HJC certified, with the i100 having the 2206 certification and the i90 the 2205 certification. Both helmets are also PGA certified, which means that you can ride with the chin bar open and closed. The chin bar of the i100 can open 180 degrees backwards compared to the i90. This provides less wind resistance if you ride with the chin bar open. Both helmets are glasses friendly due to a cutout in the inlining, and also both helmets are prepared for the HJC Smart Communication System. If we add all this together, we see that the HJC i90 scores just a little bit better with 4 stars and the HJC i100 3.5 stars. If we add all the results together, we arrive at the champion helmet score. The i100 has an average of 3.1 stars and you pay 14 euros per earned star, and the i90 has an average of 3.2 stars and you pay 12 euros per earned star. This means that the i90 does just a little bit better than the i100 in terms of performance and price. The i90 was strong on the parts, weight and features, and the i100 was better on the noise isolation. Other than that, the helmets were on par. So, both helmets performed well and are on par. One helmet performs better on certain parts and the other helmet again on other parts. So your choice of the helmet can differ based on the parts they score better on. Do you think the HJC i100 or the i90 is something for you? Then be sure to take a look at our webshop www.thechampionhelmets.com, where we offer the lowest price guarantee and have great discount bundles. Also, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more comparison videos, road tests or other informative videos. If you have any questions or feedback, please let us know. Thank you for watching. My name is Timo from Champion Helmets, and hopefully until next time.